Understanding the depth of BIM implementation is critical to successfully implementing BIM. What we're showing here are various degrees of implementation. First, understand how much BIM. What are you BIMing and why are you BIMing it? Here's an example of a 2D sketch with BIM on top. Simple shapes with data attached. The data plus the shapes give you BIM. Here's a level 2 example. Simple shapes, spaces, a fundamental semi-3D layout, complete with the information. The shell of a building, a couple disciplines, maybe not all of the disciplines, or finally Super BIM, all disciplines put together. Know who's BIMing and why. If you have a distributed team, a team with subs, you might not have a complete BIM capable team, yet more than one discipline could benefit from their use of BIM, for example architectural and structural, whereas maybe electrical and plumbing might not be BIM. So just understand the makeup of how much BIM is going to be done on the project so that within the execution plan the goals can be understood. And then finally, back to life cycle. Know the final destination of your building information model. Are you BIMing just for design or for design construction, or BIM throughout the entire life cycle of a project and beyond? Knowing that will help you to cater what you're BIMing and why. If you're doing just design, is it just for a couple of these bubbles or all of the bubbles or even more? So for example, if you're scheduling, you're doing a schedule simulation, the way you model something to be scheduled is different than if you aren't scheduling. So lay the framework, lay a common understanding, and then that'll lead you to success with BIM. Here's an example of what it means with that life cycle. Looking at a fan, any type of fan, exhaust fan, the idea is you track it from how it's placed in the model through some type of database, whether it's an external database or database files generated from within the model. You can attach construction information, some type of specification, and then further attach O&M information. Again, this is scalable. You can do all of this to every single component or to a selection of components depending on the needs of your project, or not at all, and simply end here in the model and you model it for the sake of creating a 2D deliverable. That has to be ironed out, and that's what we mean by understand what you're BIMing and why, and ensure that there's a direct understanding with your project team so that the expectations can be mitigated and the delivery of BIM is successful.